Good afternoon, and thank you for being here today. My name is Katie Robine, spokesperson and public information officer for the Frederick County Sheriff's Office. We are here today to discuss the incident that occurred on Sunday, August 25th at approximately 7 a.m. in the 7000 block of Mandalon Court in Newmarket. Today, you will hear from Sheriff Chuck Jenkins, who will give you an update on this tragic incident and take questions from the media afterwards. Also behind me is Captain Sadat Kaliskan and Lieutenant Robert Deckhut. And now I'll turn it over to the Sheriff.
Thank you, Katie. Good afternoon. I want to start by expressing my sincere condolences to the families of the victims of this tragic incident. Also want to thank the press for your patience in giving us a couple days to pull everything together. The Frederick County Sheriff's Office has identified the victims who were found in the home as Crimea Melita Baker, and I'll spell that for you. First name Crimea, last name Baker, common spelling, 33 of Newmarket. The other male victim was Sean Antoine Lang, first name spelling S-E-A-N, last name spelling L-A-N-G-E, age 34 of Arlington, Virginia. There were also 4 children found unharmed in the home. When deputies arrived that morning, we will not be releasing their names or identities. So on Sunday morning at 7 a.m., deputies responded to a call for a shooting at the home on Mandalon Court. When they arrived, they found Crimea Baker and Sean Lang deceased, shot to death in the bed. Preliminary investigation indicates that the shooting occurred about 1:30 a.m. So right now, the detectives believe the victims were living together at the time of the shooting. Baker is the mother of all 4 children found inside the home. Mr. Lang is the father of one of the children. Our detectives are now investigating this as a double murder. At this time, there is no indication that this was a random killing, and we don't believe there's any threat to the community at large. This was clearly a rage killing by an angry, enraged person. There were 42 rounds fired at or into the victims at close range. 42 .40 caliber shell casings were recovered in the bedroom. We're in the early stages of the investigation. This was really a heinous targeted double murder, a crime of rage and anger. This is a type of crime that shocks the conscience of everyone in Frederick County. There's absolutely no reason, and let me repeat, absolutely no reason to believe that there's any further risk to the public or any threat to the public at large. And I want to assure the public today that we're doing everything we can. We have every available investigator, every agency resource we're going to put into this until the person or persons responsible are identified, arrested, and brought to justice. So I'll now take a few questions.
Do you believe the suspect was known to the victims?
Based on what we know now, I would say yes, most likely, yes. No, not at this point. We have not developed any suspects.
Sheriff, is there any chance that this could have been a murder-suicide situation?
Absolutely not. This was absolutely a double homicide, a rage killing. And again, remember what I said, 42 shots fired at or into both individuals.
How are the children doing?
You know, obviously, I can't imagine what's going through their minds. One of the children discovered his mother and the gentleman in the bed dead at the time. So I can only say that their life is just destroyed. It's upside down right now.
Did one of them call police?
I'm not going to get into the details of the 911 call because that's really relevant close into the investigation. I don't want to disclose anything that could jeopardize it.
Age range for the kids at all?
No, I won't give the age. Well, let me say this, 13 and under, age 13 and under. I will go that far.
Sheriff, can you talk to us about the gap between, obviously, if this happened at 1:30, your department responds, later on until 7 o'clock. Why was that delay?
The best we can put together right now, again, based on the conversations with the children, it happened about 1:30 in the morning, and we believe, based on what the children told us, that they hid in the house until morning, until they felt safe to try to figure out what had happened.
Was there any indication of a break-in in the house?
I'm not going to comment to that.
Obviously, the neighborhood, the county's on edge right now. I know you already said there's no threat Is there anything substantial you can add to say, hey, this is why it is safe, that you don't need to worry? Because every neighbor we talk to is extremely worried.
I know they are, and I understand that. Certainly, they have a right to be. But I will tell you, again, based on the type of killing this was, a rage, crime of passion killing, would lead you to believe, and I won't affirm this, but would lead you to believe that they were known to the killer and they were targeted. And I'll just leave it go at that.
Sheriff, there's a school that's like maybe a 20-second ride from the house. Is there any increased presence at that school today?
No increased presence. Our SRO that's assigned to that area, I'm sure, has paid a visit to the school, and I know that mental health people probably are working with the children.
Can you go over the weapons?
The only thing I will tell you is we recovered 42 40 caliber shell casings. We don't know whether it was a handgun, carbine type rifle or whatever. We just don't know at this point.
Any words for the suspect if they happen to see our coverage of this today?
I can promise you this, again, like I said, we will put every available investigator, every resource into this, and we will go to no end to find the person or persons responsible and bring them to justice as they should be.
Are you able to disclose if the children are with any other family members, or if they're, any county services have been deployed to, help them in this?
I know that the social services, the Child Advocacy Center is involved. They were involved in the interviews of the children, so I'm sure they're keeping close in touch with the families and the kids.
Are you all getting help from federal resources or other agencies and possibly trying to track the weapon?
At this point, we are working with other local law enforcement agencies. We don't have the need right now to bring in any federal agencies. Any other questions? And again, I want to thank you for your patience. I know this happened 2 days ago, and to give us a couple days to pull everything together so that we don't piecemeal information out, I think the public is better served by that. So thank you all for coming out today.
That concludes our press conference. Any additional information will be sent out to you in a press release. Thank you.